Hi guys, I'm Taylor of Taylor Lynn Crochet, and today we are going to do my first studio vlog. My craft room is a little bit messy and I've been working on some things. And so today I'm going to clean up a little bit. I need to write my to-do list of all the things I need to do for the upcoming fall and winter seasons, what holiday releases I have, what things I currently have, what things I want to design and make for those releases. It's quite a process. Yesterday I filmed a tutorial on how to line any bag, but specifically for my granny square bum bag pattern, with a liner using only crochet, because I know a lot of you guys can't sew. Sewing is really hard. I can sew very little, but I also don't have a good space to get my sewing machine out and put it away all the time. So if I can just stick with crochet and stick with what I know best, that's an ideal situation. So if you've been wanting to learn how to add a liner to a bag, either that video will be out before this one or stay tuned, it will be out very shortly. But I need to clean up from filming and just kind of clean up my craft space in general, write my to-do list, and then get to working. So I figured we would start this with a little craft room tour. I also have a video coming that is going to be a tour of the space that I was previously in. To make a really long story short, I lived with my mom. I had a craft room in this house. It was on the other end of the house in a different room. I moved out into my own home, my first home. And I had my craft space. My craft space moved from the living room and basement. It was all over in that house. And then I got engaged. My dad is in the middle of building a house. He needed somewhere to live while his house was being built. Me and my fiance decided to let him live in our house, and we moved in with my future in-laws, so we can save money for a year because we're getting married next summer. And my mom allowed me to put my craft room back at her house because I will be hopefully purchasing her house next summer. So it's in its final resting place, but I wanted to show you guys all the things I had done to build my last craft space, and all of that will be up. I had a pink wall, I had a couch in there. It was beautiful. I literally set up the whole room perfectly, but I think that this one's pretty awesome too. So stay tuned for that, and I'm just gonna give you guys a quick little tour of my messy space, and then you can watch me clean it. Okay, so this is one wall of my craft room. That's the door, my closet. I have a big walk-in closet back there. This is my yarn shelf. This is where I store all my acrylic and other Glowforge materials, all kinds of stuff in there. So all of this needs to be organized. This is my Glowforge. This is my X Tool D1 laser. And then I have the enclosure. The enclosure and honeycomb tray are purchased separately. I did a video specifically on this laser 2 or 3 videos ago. Go check it out if you're interested. This laser setup is like $1,000 or less. This one starts at like $4,000. So if you've been wanting to get into laser engraving, this laser in here is only probably a couple $100s. All the attachments and other things can make it be more expensive, but it can actually do tumblers, and it can engrave tumblers, which a Glowforge cannot do, and it has a few other things that a Glowforge cannot do. Obviously a Glowforge, being a couple grand machine, can do a lot more as like design wise and cutting and engraving and stuff like that, but this one is really great for tumblers, and that's specifically why I wanted it. It's my computer station, my miscellaneous station. This is where I do my filming. It's Ollie's bed. But all of this needs to be cleaned up. This is where I put together all my stitch markers and stuff like that. I have lots of storage and drawers, and I need to start utilizing them more. That is a secret project I'm working on for fall. This is my packing station. So I have all my boxes, poly mailers, tapes, stickers, the things that I put in my packages, all my cards. And I'll show you guys more of this when it's clean, but I designed new cards to go into my packages, my business cards, but all of that is just all over here. And then I have my heat press stations where all my blank shirts are. They're all sorted by size. And if we go in the closet real quick, I need to take care of these things. But I mean, I'd say my closet's pretty organized for me. Folded up all of my sweatshirts. Just got a lot of things in here. So this is what we're doing, and we're gonna start cleaning, and you guys wish me luck.
When I look at you like that, you lose it completely. Losing track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a
really quickly, because I'm really proud of these. I have a friend, Becky of Clean Fiber Co. She is doing a hot air balloon festival, and she asked me if I could make earrings that she could sell there with her booth space. She's another crocheter, knitter, and she actually designs hooks too. Sorry, I want to see if I can get these to focus. There we go. She designs hooks. So many beautiful hooks. I'll put them up here so you can see. But she offered to sell these for me if I made them, and I thought that was really cool. So I made all kinds of hot air balloons. The wood ones, people can actually like color themselves. So that's what I spent yesterday doing. And then I have all of these bags for her to put the earrings in when she sells them, so they don't snag on all of the knitwear that hopefully she will be selling along with these earrings at that event.
to stay here all night. I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing through your veins. And then when I say your name, that I'm everything you say, that I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just don't wanna tell me, get into my eyes, and everything you need, I'm everything you need. You usually don't share any secrets, suddenly you're an open book. When I struggle to find the words, you get me completely. It's like I've known you forever, so I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing through your veins. And then when I say your name, bet I'm
Okay, so I think I got most of the big things done. Got a space to actually work over there. My desktop cleaned over there. My shipping station all cleaned. I need to patch these shorts for a friend. That's a package I need to send out to a different friend. I now have a clean space to work there. Definitely need to do some stuff in here. I also have yet another color of sweatshirts that I'm adding. So I'm gonna have to rearrange some things, figure that out. Ideally, I'd like to keep the sweatshirts together. So I'm pretty sure all these bins are empty. So I'll probably move a lot of this stuff over here, what I can, or just use the one half to do the sweaters. But we'll figure it out. I still need to fold them all, but I'm going to get on to writing my to-do list.
that I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down, just don't wanna tell me, get into my eyes, and everything you need, I'm everything you need, everything you need.
Okay, so I have been doing a lot on my to-do list of different things, and one of the things I wanted to make a list for is for every time I launch a new product or a new line, what do I need to do? So I have all these things. So for every item I create, I need to create the design. And this is specifically for like my things like my sweatshirts, keychains, stitch markers, any of those things. I need to create a design. I need to make sure that it print and cuts clearly and cleanly. Sometimes you design something and the lines are too thin and it looks bad when I go to put it on my Glowforge or my Cricut, or I go to print it for my sublimation printer. So like actually testing out to make sure that your design is actually something you can apply to something else is important. I have mockups 1, 2, and 3. For all of my sweatshirts, I tend to do mockup designs, so I'm not wasting sweatshirts putting a design on there and hoping someone orders that exact size and color and design combo. So that's what allows me to make more designs and offer them. If this were something like a stitch marker set or something like that, I actually physically take all of the photos. I like to do flat lays for all of my items, as well as mock-ups of the item being worn so people could imagine themselves wearing it. And then also I try to check my designs, if this is a sweatshirt design or t-shirt design, on multiple colors of my shirts, because if I'm putting it on a white or gray or tan shirt, if I have like white and pink, or sorry, black and pink as my designs, it's going to look fine on those. But if I put it on a pink shirt, my pink isn't going to show up as well, so therefore I may want to change that to either a different color or make it black. So those are just like things for me to remember. Then I have, before my entire launch, I need to make the Etsy listings, Shopify listings. I need to set up a coupon code for my launch. I like to offer a coupon code for the first day or two that my items are released. Create a matching banner. So this is on my website. If we go to my website right now, and this is my Shopify site, not my blog. Right here, my last launch was my Anti-Mean Girls Club. So that is the banner that is up there. So I like to create a banner and then also change the collection that is featured on the top of my blog. So my next collection launch is probably going to be Halloween and fall. So this will be some kind of spooky, it'll have like spooky sweatshirts and cute little keychains or stitch marker sets or something like that up here. And then you'll be able to see a few of them, click view all, and then see all of them just like you can with this collection. And then that also means that I need to add my Anti-Mean Girls collection in one of these spots so people can find it easy. Yeah, so that's something I do for my launch. And then I like to draft emails for my email list that I can send out on day 1, day 2, and day 3. Or if it's like a week-long launch, it might be day 1, day 3, and day 5. And then draft a reel for Instagram, since reels seem to be like the #1 big hitter for things. As far as reach goes, I like to try and at least do 1 reel of every launch that I do. Then during the launch, I'm going to post my first Instagram post. Day 2 or day 3 of my launch, I'll post another Instagram post. I'm going to do stories every day. I'm going to post in the Ash and Tay group. I'm going to post another post in the Ash and Tay group. And I'm going to post in the Repeat Crafter Me Facebook group. I'm also trying to find a few other Facebook groups that allow self-promotion that I could post in. If I find any more, I will let you guys know. If you have any that you suggest, definitely leave them in the comments below. I'm always looking for more places to market my stuff. And then after my launch, if it's a launch that's time sensitive, I need to remember to remove my site banner. So for example, I'm going to want to remove my Halloween banner that has all my spooky stuff on it November 1st, because when someone comes onto my site, they're now looking for Christmas stuff. So I'm going to have to remove my site banner. I'm going to make sure that all my coupon codes are discontinued, and I'm going to remove any products that were time sensitive. So my whole Halloween launch and everything will be completely removed from my site because 1, they're not needed anymore, and 2, I don't want to clutter up my site with products that are not relevant to people. And then this is just my per item launch list again, and I'm sure I will add to these as I think of more. But I have all my things. I have my normal to-do list. I just have random stuff. But if you guys are wondering, if you guys are wondering what program I am using to do all of this, I am using Trello. So Trello is the program that I'm using, and the reason I like Trello, there's a lot of reasons I like it. One, you can click and move and reorganize like each of your tabs that you have, and then each of the tabs within the tabs you can move up or down within the section that it's in, but you can also move it to a completely different section. So I have like a done tab, so everything when I'm done with it and I don't need it anymore at all, but like maybe you still want to reference it, I don't delete them or anything like that, I just move them to the done tab. And then I can view this on my computer, which I work on desktop a lot. I'm on a desktop all day when I work my regular 9-to-5 job, and then my desktop in my craft room, I would rather work on my desktop than at my iPad or my phone. I'm just a lot more efficient working on this. But if I am out and about and I get an idea, inspiration, or I'm just like, oh shoot, I forgot to add that to my to-do list, Trello has an app that I can log on to my phone, and like all the same information's on my phone as it is on my computer, and I almost always have my phone with me if I'm not near a computer. So it's really, really nice to help me keep me organized no matter where I am. You can add pictures, you can add like checklist. I add checklist within like all of my list categories. It's like a big category, then you have like a smaller like section thing, and then within that you can do sections. So it's kind of how you would organize file folders on your computer. I might have one that says Taylor Lynn Crochet, and then within that I'll have like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and then within those I'll have like pictures and captions for Instagram, pictures and captions for Facebook, and pictures and captions for Pinterest, right? So it's like you can do folders inside folders inside folders, and it's really easy to organize if that's how your brain kind of works. Mine definitely does. But yeah, that's a little bit behind like the thought process of kind of how I try to keep myself organized. I am not a naturally organized person. The state of my craft room before when this video first started is the general state of my life. Nothing's really organized. I do my best to plan ahead, but I tend to get super excited and move from thing to thing to thing, which is why it's so important for people who are like me to write things down and prioritize them on Trello. I can just drop and drag and prioritize which things need to be done first. Like obviously my Halloween launch things need to be done before my Christmas things. Even if I have great ideas for my Christmas thing, I can go write my great idea on my Trello board, and then I can go back to my fall checklist and start working on those things, creating designs, creating mock-ups, sharing in my stories, giving you guys sneak peeks, and then deciding on a launch date and going through all the processes and steps to launch a product, which as you guys seen is a lot. To be honest with you, it almost takes a full 6 to 8 hour work day to do that. So obviously if I work, that means I have to come. My craft room is not located at the place I live currently, so I have to come here. It's less than 10 minutes away, and work on all of my stuff and all of that, but also find time for my fiance and my dogs and to like pick up after myself at the place I live. So it can be a bit troubling and hard, like if you work a full-time job like me, but please do not let that discourage you. Our goal, right, with our businesses, at least my goal, I'm not saying everyone's goal is, but my goal is to get my business to a point where working my day job is optional. I do not want to have to work my day job. I want the option to be able to stop because I can financially support myself with this business. So that means I'm going to have to be putting in full-time effort at my day job and full-time effort on my business. And even putting in full-time effort on your business does not mean you're going to be getting a full-time income. My dad is a business owner. He's a small business owner, which is maybe why I have a little bit of this entrepreneurial spirit in me. But he did not make money. He paid his employees. He made sure his customers were all satisfied and everything. For the first couple years of business, he was barely making any money, right? And that's normal for a new business, to not make enough money to barely be able to pay yourself. That's not an unexpected thing if you're taking your revenue and your income and your profits and reinvesting them in your business. I'm not allowed to, I can't pay myself a ton of money right now, but I now have 2 laser cutters, I have a sublimation printer, I have heat presses, I have blank tumblers, blank t-shirts, blank sweatshirts, I have a Cricut, I have vinyl to apply to them. I have all of these tools now that have put me in a really, really great place that from this point forward, besides replenishing the things that I sell, I am going to be in a really, really great spot to be able to pay myself more than I've ever been able to pay myself for the last 3 years. So just keep that in mind, that it's okay to keep in reinvesting into your business and helping it grow there, so that it's kind of like Dave Ramsey says, live like no one else right now so that you can later live like no one else. It's kind of the same idea with your business. Keep reinvesting into it until someday you are set up so good in your business that you're just making money, right? That's the goal. So I think now I am going to kind of start reorganizing my closet a little bit, and then work on some designs, maybe cut some stuff out in the Glowforge for you guys so you can see that whole process. If you're wondering what a laser cutter can do, I just have these things right here. One of the things it can do, like this, is just a pumpkin out of acrylic, and I can attach hardware to make like a cool little stitch marker for you guys. Yeah, I just think like these are really cute. So I can do wood, I can do acrylic, you can engrave on things like metal and plastic and all kinds of other stuff. I will do other videos specifically on laser cutters, but just for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram and haven't seen all the things I've been making, you can make almost anything, it seems like, on a laser cutter. But let's get into getting out that new box of sweatshirts and organizing my closet and hoping I can fit it all in there. Okay, I got all of the black sweatshirts put away. I bought sizes small through 3X in the black. Normally I carry sizes small through 2X, but I did buy a pink, I think 2 pink 3Xs, and I sold one right away. So I've been trying to, if the sweatshirts are on sale, to buy some of the larger sizes because I want to be as size inclusive as I can. But obviously every size I carry and every color I carry is like a very heavy expense. So I can only afford to offer so many sizes or so many colors, but I've been trying to do my best to include all that I can so you guys can get what you want. I think I'm going to work on some mock-ups right now for designs and maybe some listings, and potentially maybe some Glowforge signs. We will see. Stay tuned. Okay, so I just remembered that my friend Kayla, of the Rustic Chick, I'm going to make her a logo, like a stamp logo, so she can stamp her logo onto things like bags, thank you cards, things like earring backers. Putting your little logo stamp on there and stuff like that can come in handy. I've never made a stamp on my laser cutter before, but I did buy the materials to do it. I've been wanting to do it. I was just happy to be video chatting with her, and she was saying how she needed a different sized stamp. So I'm actually going to do that right now. So I'm really excited. You guys will get to see kind of what the trial and error looks like of making something new or working with a new material. Sometimes a little material has to go to waste so you can figure out exactly what you need, but I'm excited to see how this turns out.
When I look at you like that, you lose it completely, losing track of space and time. I don't wanna go home looking for a reason to say you are. I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you, the way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same, the blood's rushing through your veins. And then when I say your name, that I'm everything you say, that I'm everything you need. We're high on this feeling, don't wanna come down,
Okay, so this was, I think, attempt number 3 or 4 of the stamping, and I can't get it to get Kayla's logo to just like pop like I want to. So I brought her file into Adobe Illustrator and made it thicker, and I'm trying that again. So I guess stay tuned to my Instagram stories most likely if you guys want to see if I ever figure out how to do this. I would really like to offer stamps and stuff like that. But it's a very tedious process working with new materials on your Glowforge if you don't have like a good jumping off point. But attempt number 4 or 5 is currently being cut on the Glowforge. I edited a YouTube video that is getting posted right now. That's adding a liner to my bags. The bag's over there. I would show you guys, but yeah, I think with that I'm going to end today's vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. You kind of got to see my chaotic work process. I always try to start real quick by just like picking up stuff around my craft room because I'm gonna leave it a mess and I know I'm not gonna have energy at the end of the day to pick it all up. So it's like starts messy, gets cleaned, ends messy. Probably not the best process, but it's my process. But yeah, if you guys want to see more studio vlogs like this, definitely let me know. Next time I do a launch, if I get a couple orders in, I will try and film my order process of getting orders, packing them, what I include in my packages, because I have like my cards, my postcards that I have, coupon codes with more information of how they can get more stuff, how they can find my site, my business cards, freebies, any of those sorts of things. I'd really like to share that with you guys. If you want to see that, definitely let me know below. And if there's any tutorials you want to see for my laser cutter, any tutorials you want to see for crochet specifically, or just general business information, definitely let me know and I will try to do that. But I will see you guys next time. Definitely give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Please, please, please. That really helps my channel. And definitely subscribe if you want to see more. Bye, guys.
You usually don't share any secrets. Suddenly you're an open book. When I struggle to find the words, you get me completely. It's like I've known you forever. So I wonder, do you feel it too? Magic between me and you. The way that you make me feel. You wonder if I feel the same. The blood's rushing through your veins.